main thing I want you to think about when we're doing this, because we're just starting out with these pieces and this concept, this way of thinking. And I'm going to say this a bunch, but it needs to really embed itself into your DNA. We're talking about here an 8-beat cycle. And we're talking about the timeline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we get a timeline is just an even click, basically. And it's what a metronome does. And if we can latch onto this and realize that it's either we're playing a note with that or not. That's it. It's ones and zeros, right? So that's what we're trying to get across here, and I want you to, we're going to do different combinations of things, and being able to do that, to attach this part to the timeline and then attach your right hand to the timeline. Then when you go to put them together, they're going to be rock solid, and they're going to support one another, as opposed to it being more difficult. It's going to be less difficult to do multiple things, if that makes sense. And that translates to listening to other parts. So when you hear the drummer also doing this, then you know what the gaps that they're filling, if that makes any sense at all. But okay, when you practice the bass line, I want you to do this. It's an 8-beat cycle again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do it. I want you to slow it down. Do it with the play along as well. You can slow down the play along, but when you practice, always be taking the pieces apart and then putting them together. So you're going to practice just the left hand, just the right hand, and then practice putting them together without the play along and then with the play along, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want you to be tapping. Rhythm is a very physical thing. If you tap it out, especially if you understand the subdivision with one hand while you're playing something over here, you are multitasking. And this is part of what makes it possible and easy eventually for you to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you go to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, we're just doing that to clean up the piece. When you're playing with the actual play along, you don't have to think like that so much. It's going to be ingrained in your psyche. Now the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still an 8-beat cycle. They go together. And they're going to fit together in a very specific way. So the chord, this is an F minor first inversion. So you have A flat, C, and F. And I want you to, again, be really disciplined with the fingering. 1, 2, 5. And then your thumb is just going to move over, and you've got B flat, D, and F. And then let's do this. Let's just C, E flat, and F, but with 1, 3, and 5. So these are going to be the same fingering, right? So we start 1, 2, 5 with A flat, C, F. And your thumb moves over. You got 1, 3, 5 with B flat, D, and F. Then you're going to move those two fingers. You got C, E flat, and F, and back. All right, so you just practice doing this first. Get back and forth so that it's comfortable. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tap with your left hand when you play that. Once you get that together, we can put the hands together. And they both have to be really comfortable before you put them together. Because if one thing's hard, two things is even harder. But if one thing's easy, other thing's easy, then we can start to do the hard thing, right? So, putting them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So if you know, you can even make notes, whatever you want to do. This is an equation that you're going to be able to do in your head. After we do 10 of these, it'll be easy. Or easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 you're holding. And then 7, 8 by itself. Left, right, right, left, right, hold, together, left. Okay, you can think about it in all these different ways. It'll help. Left, right, right, left, right, hold, together, left. Goes together, right? Once you get that pattern, that's almost the whole song. It's difficult to get that pattern together, but once it's together, you're golden. We're going to go to the next part, which is the D flat, right? Same pattern, though. We're going to change a couple of notes over here. So you're going to go A flat, B, F. Same fingering, by the way. Yeah. A flat, B, F, B flat, D flat, F. And then we're going to go up, B, E flat, F. Then back to B flat, D flat, F. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 7, 8. Almost the same thing, slightly different shape. Just like this is slightly different shape than this. That hurts. This is slightly different than this. But we still got our anchor up here on F, so we're fine. Now when you go to the D part, it's a good Dorian voicing. This is like McCoy Tyner jazz. So this is what we call awesome. Let's call it quartal harmony. But first, so it's D, A, D, you know that. But then we have G, C, F, right? They play together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Simple, right? But it's interesting to note here we have a fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything else is fourths, if you look. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. With just an extra D down there. And this is kind of just a beautiful way to what we call voice this chord. What this chord is, if we collapse everything, we have, if we put the A up here and D down here. What this chord is, it's a D minor with a D minor 7, right? We talked about sevenths, right? A little bit?
No, I'm assuming it's just...
Well, here's your octave. 1 down from an octave is a major 7. 1 more is a flat 7 or minor 7. This is a minor 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's a D minor 7 at 11, which is just a very beautiful chord. You can put a 9 in there if you want to really get there. Or 13. And notice this too, this is just a side note. But this is what we call tertial harmony, which means tertial means thirds, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're just skipping notes until we get to the D again. If you notice, this is what we call a D Dorian scale. D Dorian just happens to be all the white notes, but if you skip notes and do what's called tertial harmony, you end up playing every note in that scale without repeating notes, right? So if I take E, G, and B and put them down here, check it out. Isn't that cool? So, it's a very important concept for harmony that we're going to build on this concept later. Another fun thing is if you do quartal harmony, quartal, fourths, same thing happens. If I go D, if you can see all that, but trust me, which is another same scale. It's all the white keys, but it sounds a lot hipper. So if I take this A and put it here, take the E and put it down there, take the B and break my finger, and then I put the F, you notice the same thing happened. And that's beautiful to me. That's math. That's like, that's so awesome. There you go.